like I said in part one, I really enjoy looking at character physicality as a sort of indicative of other character traits. And I really like this moment from Joyce where she squeezes Jonathan's shoulder and goes to squeeze Will's, but of course he's not there. And at first I was just sort of like, oh, that's a cool character moment. It shows that even no matter how scattered she is, her anchor points are her kids. And that's like a really cool, just like very early on establishes her character. But then I started thinking a little bit more about it. And the thing is, over the course of season one, we know that she can kind of sense Will when he's around and when he's in the Upside Down. And I started thinking like, oh shit, like maybe Will is standing right there by the kitchen table and we just don't know that. And I've been really wanting in season 5 for them to do sort of like they did with 11 in season 4 and show a flashback to those early days for Will in the Upside Down. And I just think it would be really cool to get to see this scene again with Will screaming at them. And that kind of ties to the bigger things that I'm really focused on for this is I really want season 5 to revisit the first days of the entire show. And whether that's, you know, just showing us again scenes that we're very familiar with from an unfamiliar perspective, or my kind of pipe dream, which is time travel. One thing I'm really trying to pay attention to in this rewatch is how many Back to the Future references they make. And it's tricky because it's an 80s staple. They used it in their season that takes place in 1985 because of course they did. But I think it could be really good. The fact that the Upside Down is stuck in 1983 seems significant to me, and I can't get it out of my head picturing scenes that we're really familiar with from the first few seasons being re-edited so that characters in the modern timeline are like running through the background, like very much like the end of Back to the Future 2. It ends the same way the first movie did, but then Marty runs out again. I just think that would be fucking cool. I also think that as a genre thing, it would be a really fun way for Stranger Things to do a remixing on itself, because so much of the show is remixing standard 80s tropes. For it to do it to itself, I think would just be so fun. Do I necessarily think they have the skill to pull it off in like a very coherent way that closes out the show as well? Maybe not. But at the very least, maybe someone will write some really fucking cool fanfic about it.